To Big Bucks Coins Information Channel, where ordinary coin, Australia 20 cents a common coin is more valuable than a lifetime of hard work. It's enough to change your destiny in a single heartbeat. This is not a fairy tale. This is not a myth. Something surprising is happening in the world of rare coins right now. Auction. Each of these coins has a history like pure gold, mystery, and a story so powerful it will shake you to your core. That's how you'll never see pocket change. Honest and interesting channel Big Bucks Coins for collectors across the Australian extraordinary treasure. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and today you're going to discover that could shock you right out of your seat. Some of those coins, if sitting unnoticed in your collection or pocket change, could be worthy. Australia 20 cents can't history. Right into the palm of your hand, and trust me, every single coin selling from few will news look at your change the same very again. Let's unlock the treasure vault starting with coin. They can change a person's life in a single heartbeat. These are not just coins, they are treasures of history and keys to unimaginable wealth. Stay with me until the end because one of them is sitting. Because today, one of these pennies is sitting in private hands with a price tag that makes it feel less like an equine and more like a golden ticket to another world. This is not fantasy. This is not speculation. You may find it correct that a lifetime of treasure is sitting in your pocket. Coin number 1. Coin lovers and treasure hunters. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of Australia's most talked about and highly sought after coins, the 1994 Australia 20 cent coin. Now, you might be surprised thinking it's just a regular 20 cent piece. But believe me, this coin is turning heads in the collector world. With its unique history, design, and rising demand in today's market, the 1994 20 cent coin has become a true hidden gem for numismatists around the world. If you've got one lying around in fine condition, you might just be holding a small fortune in your hand. So make sure you stick around till the end. We are going to talk about its background and what makes it special, how rare it really is, and what it is worth in real dollar value today. Let's rewind the clock to 1994, a significant year in Australian minting history. The Royal Australian Mint continued producing the beloved 20 cent coin, a denomination that had been in circulation since the introduction of decimal currency in 1966. However, what makes the 1994 issue so fascinating is the quality of its mintage and the subtle variations that have captured the attention of collectors worldwide. These coins were struck at a time when Australia's minting standards were incredibly precise, yet a small batch of coins from this year gained special attention for their detail, luster, and overall craftsmanship. The 1994 20 cent coin showcases a piece of Australian identity with Queen Elizabeth II on one side, designed by Raphael McLeuf, and the iconic platypus on the other, symbolizing Australia's rich wildlife heritage. Over the years, as millions of coins were circulated, most suffered scratches, wear, and fading, but those few remaining in fine or uncirculated condition have become true collector's prizes. They represent a snapshot of Australian currency history, preserved in near-perfect form, making them not just currency, but cultural artifacts. Now let's talk about what makes this coin stand out from the rest. The 1994 Australia 20 cent coin is a beautiful example of design and precision. On the obverse, we see the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, with sharp, refined details that truly stand out when the coin is kept in fine or mint condition. The reverse side features Stuart Devlin's masterpiece, the playful platypus, swimming through rippling water. The level of depth, texture, and movement in that design is exceptional, and it is one of the reasons collectors adore this series. What adds to the charm is the metallic composition made of copper and nickel, giving it that distinctive silver shine that holds up beautifully even after decades. Under good lighting, a well-preserved 1994 20 cent coin reflects a brilliant natural sheen that sets it apart from later issues. Many collectors report that coins from this year show slightly crisper detailing than those from nearby years, possibly due to refined minting dyes and lower circulation batches. In other words, this coin is both visually stunning and technically superior. Now, here's where things get really exciting. The 1994 20 cent coin, especially in fine or uncirculated condition, is now in extremely high demand. While millions were minted for general use, very few have survived the decades without damage, corrosion, or scratches. The rarity comes not from limited production, but from the survival of high-grade examples, the ones that still look nearly new. Collectors around the world are constantly on the hunt for pristine coins from this year, because they fill a very special gap in complete decimal coin collections. In recent years, as more Australians and international collectors have turned their attention to modern decimal coins, the 1994 20 cent has gained tremendous popularity. Online auctions, collector fairs, and numismatic platforms show an increasing number of buyers willing to pay premium prices for coins in excellent condition. The demand has been steadily climbing, and experts predict it will continue to rise as fewer untouched specimens remain in circulation. Every year, the number of surviving fine-condition coins drops, and that's what drives the value up. The rarity is real, and the collector enthusiasm is stronger than ever. Now, the question everyone wants answered is, how much is it worth? While ordinary circulated coins might still trade for face value, a 1994 Australian 20-cent coin in fine condition or better can command significant prices in the market today. Depending on the sharpness of the strike, surface quality, and luster, collectors have been known to pay anywhere from $150 to $500 Australian dollars for fine condition coins, and in very fine to uncirculated grades, values can rise dramatically, even touching $10,800 or more in auction settings. Rare examples with proof-like qualities or error features can soar even higher, sometimes surprising sellers who had no idea what they were holding. These coins are steadily increasing in price as collector interest grows. The digital era has opened up the market globally, and collectors from countries like the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom are also entering the scene, pushing the value even higher. So, if you've got a 1994 20-cent coin in great shape, especially one with minimal wear and strong detailing, it's absolutely worth getting it graded or appraised. It could be your entry ticket into the exciting world of valuable modern Australian coins. If you're looking to collect or invest in the 1994 Australia 20-cent coin, here are some key tips to help you make the most of it. Always handle your coins carefully, ideally with cotton gloves, to avoid fingerprints and scratches. Store them in acid-free holders or airtight capsules to preserve their condition. When buying, focus on coins that show full details on the Queen's portrait and clear definition in the platypus design. Those are indicators of a higher-grade specimen. Keep an eye on auction sites and verified numismatic groups for authentic listings, and do not hesitate to get your coin professionally graded if it looks exceptional. The grading certificate not only boosts its value but also gives you credibility when selling or displaying your collection. And remember, collecting isn't just about profit. It's about passion, history, and appreciation. Every coin tells a story, and the 1994 20-cent piece is a shining example of how modern coins can transform into timeless treasures. So there you have it, the incredible story of the Australia 20-cent coin from 1994. What started as an everyday piece of change has become one of the most desirable modern Australian coins on the market today. With its rich history, brilliant design, and growing scarcity in fine condition, this coin has captured the hearts of collectors everywhere. Its rising dollar value is proof of its enduring charm and investment potential. If you're lucky enough to find one in your collection, treasure it because it's not just a coin anymore. It's a piece of history, a slice of Australian artistry, and possibly a hidden gem of serious value. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin stories, and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you have a 1994 20-cent coin? Let's see how many treasure hunters out there are sitting on something special. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. Next up, coin number 2. Coin lovers and collectors. Today, we are diving into one of the most fascinating and sought-after pieces in modern Australian coin history, the Australia 20 cents 60th anniversary of the end of World War II coin, released in 2005. This coin has become a real gem among collectors, not just for its design and meaning, but for its increasing value and rising demand in today's market. If you've got one of these coins sitting in your drawer or coin collection, you might be holding on to something much more valuable than you realize. So stay tuned, because in this video, we'll explore the coin's history, unique features, rarity, current market worth, and some expert tips for collectors looking to invest in or preserve this beautiful piece of history. The story of this coin begins in 2005, when the Royal Australian Mint released it to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II, one of the most defining moments in modern history. This coin wasn't just another piece of currency. It was created as a tribute to the bravery, sacrifice, and unity of those who served and lived through one of humanity's greatest trials. Australia played a vital role in the war, and this coin honors both the victory and the peace that followed. Released into circulation as part of the regular 20-cent series, the coin immediately caught attention for its powerful design and emotional significance. Many people who lived through the wartime era recognized it as a symbol of remembrance, and even younger generations began to appreciate its patriotic and historical value. Over the years, that sentimental connection has only deepened, turning what was once everyday change into a highly collectible and meaningful artifact. The 2005 Australia 20-cent 60th anniversary coin stands out with its exceptional design and craftsmanship. On one side, it features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, representing the strength and continuity of the Commonwealth through the decades. But it's the reverse side that truly tells the story. The detailed depiction of a stylized dove carrying an olive branch, a universal symbol of peace, surrounded by the inscription 60th Anniversary of the End of World War II, 1945 to 2005. This design, created by the talented artist Wojciech Pietranik, captures the spirit of hope and renewal that came after years of struggle. The coin's brilliant shine, clean lines, and balanced layout make it visually stunning, and when found in fine or uncirculated condition, it's simply breathtaking. The minting quality of 2005 coins was superb, and those preserved without wear have developed a mirror-like luster that collectors absolutely love. Every angle of this coin reflects both artistry and history, making it one of the most attractive 20-cent issues in modern Australian numismatics. Now, let's talk about what truly drives the excitement, rarity, and demand. Although the year 2005 20-cent coin was released into circulation, only a limited quantity were minted with the special World War II commemorative design. Over time, many of these coins were used in everyday transactions and became worn or lost, leaving a much smaller number of fine, very fine, and uncirculated examples available today. Collectors have since realized how scarce pristine examples have become, and this has caused demand to skyrocket. Serious numismatists and investors are constantly on the lookout for these coins in mint condition, and they often sell out quickly whenever they appear in auctions or private listings. What was once considered just a 20-cent piece is now recognized as a historical treasure, a symbol of national pride, and a smart collectible asset. The growing interest in Australian commemorative coins has only added fuel to the fire, making this particular piece one of the most talked about coins in the market today. Let's get to what everyone wants to know, the coin's market value. As of today, depending on its condition, this coin can fetch an impressive price. Circulated examples might trade hands for a modest amount, but in fine condition, values can easily range between $2,500 to $50,590, and in uncirculated or proof-like condition, prices can soar from $100,600 up to several $100s among serious collectors. Some coins in pristine presentation sets or graded by professional services have been known to reach even higher, especially when sold through popular online auctions or numismatic events. What's exciting is that the coin's value has shown steady growth year after year as collectors around the world recognize its cultural and historical importance. Unlike many modern coins that fade in interest, the 2005 Australia 20-cent World War II anniversary coin continues to hold strong and even rise in value, a true indicator of sustained demand and appreciation. For those who already own this coin or are looking to invest, here are some key insights. First, condition is everything. Keep your coin stored safely in a protective capsule or sleeve to preserve its luster and prevent scratches. Avoid cleaning or polishing it, as this can reduce its value. If possible, consider having it professionally graded, which can boost its resale price significantly. Also, stay informed about coin auctions and online numismatic marketplaces, as prices can fluctuate based on collector demand. Joining Australian coin collecting forums or social media groups can also help you spot trends and connect with buyers and sellers. Above all, view this coin not just as a monetary asset, but as a piece of history, a token of remembrance, and a symbol of Australia's enduring spirit. Owning one is like holding a small but powerful part of the nation's legacy. To sum it up, the Australia 2005 20-cent 60th anniversary of the end of World War II coin is far more than just pocket change. It is a tribute, an artwork, and an investment all in one. Its beautiful design, limited availability, and rich historical meaning have made it a standout among collectors, and its value continues to grow with every passing year. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just discovering the world of rare coins, this piece is a must-have, a shining example of how history and artistry can come together in the palm of your hand. So, if you have got one of these coins, treasure it, and if you do not, keep your eyes open. The 2005 20-cent commemorative coin, is one of those rare finds that truly embodies value, history, and timeless appeal. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of Australia's most cherished coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow collectors. Stay tuned for more fascinating stories from the world of coins and collectibles, and remember, every coin tells a story. Next up, coin number 3. Today, we're diving into an exciting and valuable piece of numismatic history, the 1979 Australian 20-cent coin. Yes, that small silver coin sitting in your collection or tucked away in an old jar could actually hold surprising value in today's collector market. These coins are turning heads worldwide, gaining attention not just in Australia but among global coin investors and enthusiasts. So, if you're holding one of these beautiful 1979 20-cent coins, stay tuned, because by the end of this video you might just realize you have something much more special than you thought. Let's start with a little background. The Australian 20-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, replacing the florin as part of Australia's conversion to decimal currency. Designed by the legendary sculptor Stuart Devlin, the same man who designed many of Australia's modern coins, the 20-cent piece became a national icon. The reverse features the platypus, one of Australia's most beloved native animals, symbolizing the uniqueness of the country's wildlife and identity. The obverse, of course, carries the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a familiar presence on Australian currency for decades. By 1979, Australia had already been minting decimal coins for over a decade, but this particular year stands out. The 1979 issue came during a period of change in minting techniques and coin circulation. Though millions were produced, only a small portion of these coins remain in fine or uncirculated condition, making them increasingly desirable in today's collector market. What makes this coin fascinating is how its seemingly ordinary circulation status has evolved into a highly collectible item due to age, condition, and scarcity in premium grades. The 1979 Australian 20-cent coin is instantly recognizable for its stunning platypus design swimming gracefully across rippling water. The detail in the design, the texture of the fur, the flow of water, and the precision of the engraving make it a standout even among modern coinage. On the obverse, the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II is the second definitive portrait used on Australian coins, designed by Arnold Machin, showcasing the Queen wearing the royal tiara. But beyond its beautiful design, collectors pay attention to subtle minting variations, such as dye marks, metal finish, and the sharpness of the details. Some 1979 coins also show strong strikes with crisp edges and well-preserved luster qualities that elevate their desirability and price. In fine condition, the coin gleams with character, carrying both the charm of circulation and the resilience of a coin that has stood the test of time. Now, let's talk about rarity, the true heartbeat of a coin's value. While the 1979 20-cent coin was produced in the millions, only a fraction has survived the decades without significant wear and tear. Coins in fine condition, showing minimal surface marks and retaining clear detail in the platypus and the Queen's portrait, have become highly sought after. Collectors are now competing to acquire pieces that reflect that perfect balance between circulated history and preserved detail. Over the years, many of these coins were melted, lost, or damaged through circulation, leaving fewer examples for collectors. And as time passes, the number of well-preserved coins naturally declines, driving demand higher. The 1979 20-cent coin has become a standout among Australian decimal coins because of its vintage appeal, beautiful design, and increasing scarcity in collectible grades. Serious collectors recognize that once these coins disappear into private collections, their market value can only continue to rise. So what is the 1979 Australian 20-cent coin worth today? In fine condition, these coins are attracting impressive prices in the modern numismatic market. Depending on condition, mint brilliance, and collector demand, prices have been reported anywhere between $2,000 to $20,500 Australian, with exceptional examples fetching even higher at auctions. Coins graded as uncirculated or mint state can command several $100s, particularly when authenticated by reputable grading services. What's truly exciting is that the coin's value has shown steady growth over the past few years. With global interest in vintage Australian coinage rising, many international collectors are now investing in these coins as part of diversified portfolios. That means even a single fine condition 1979 20-cent coin could be a rewarding piece to hold on to. It's not just a coin anymore, it's a piece of history appreciating in real-world value. If you have a 1979 20-cent coin, treat it like a small treasure. Handle it carefully, preferably with gloves to avoid skin oils that can dull its finish. Store it in a coin capsule or acid-free holder to protect it from environmental damage. When cleaning, remember never to use chemicals or abrasives, as that can drastically reduce its value. For those looking to buy or sell, always deal with reputable coin dealers or recognized auction platforms. Get your coin graded professionally if you believe it is in exceptional condition. Grading certificates can significantly boost the coin's market appeal and sale price. Also, keep an eye on online numismatic communities, as trends and demand can shift quickly, often driving up values overnight. Most importantly, remember that coin collecting is not just about money. It's about passion, history, and the thrill of discovery. The 1979 20-cent coin represents an era of craftsmanship and heritage that continues to shine brightly in modern collections. In conclusion, the 1979 Australian 20-cent coin in fine condition is far more than pocket change. It's a valuable and highly collectible piece of Australian history. Its elegant design, vintage charm, and growing rarity make it a standout gem in the coin market. Collectors across Australia and beyond are recognizing its worth, and as demand rises, so too does its market value. So, if you come across one of these coins in your collection or even in an old jar of change, don't overlook it. You could be holding a small but mighty treasure. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just beginning your numismatic journey, the 1979 20-cent coin is a must-have that truly represents the golden age of Australian coin minting. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare and valuable coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other coin lovers. Stay tuned, because more hidden treasures and valuable discoveries are coming your way right here on this channel. Until next time, happy collecting and keep hunting for those rare gems. Next up, coin number 4. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and increasingly sought-after coins from Australia, the legendary 1978 20-cent coin. At first glance, it might look like just another piece of change, but don't be fooled, this small, shiny piece of history is turning heads in today's collector market, with some examples fetching impressive prices in fine and uncirculated condition. So if you've ever wondered what makes this 1978 Australian 20-cent coin so special, or if you might have a hidden gem lying around in your coin jar, then keep watching till the very end. You might be surprised by just how valuable this coin has become. The Australian 20-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, when Australia switched from the pound system to decimal currency. The coin features Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side, a design that connects it deeply with a significant period in Australian history, a time of modernization, pride, and national identity. The reverse of the coin proudly displays the platypus, one of Australia's most unique and beloved animals, designed by the talented sculptor Stuart Devlin. Devlin's designs gave Australian coins a unique artistic identity that continues to attract collectors from around the world. Now, when we talk about the 1978 20-cent coin, we're referring to a specific mintage year that stands out for several reasons. While the coin was mass-produced over the decades, many were lost, damaged, or worn down through circulation. That means finding one today in fine or near mint condition is becoming increasingly rare, and rarity is the heart of collectible value. The 1978 20-cent coin carries all the classic hallmarks that make Australian coinage so distinctive. On the front, the coin features the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, the second effigy of Her Majesty to appear on Australian coins. The detailing in this portrait, the smoothness of the rim, and the precision of the lettering are all signs of the superior minting quality Australia was known for at the time. On the reverse, the platypus swims gracefully across the face of the coin, surrounded by elegant, swirling water patterns. This design captures the beauty and uniqueness of Australia's wildlife and environment. The combination of artistry and craftsmanship makes this coin not just currency, but a small masterpiece of design. Collectors often emphasize the sharpness of the platypus detail, the whiskers, the ripples in the water, and the crispness of the date as indicators of a coin's grade and overall desirability. Now let's talk about what really drives excitement, rarity, and condition. The 1978 Australian 20-cent coin is not classified as rare in the sense of limited mintage, but it has become rare in condition. Most examples in circulation have suffered from scratches, dents, and wear from decades of use. However, coins that have survived in fine, extremely fine, or uncirculated condition are becoming increasingly hard to find, and that is exactly what collectors are looking for today. In the coin collecting world, condition is everything. A lightly circulated 1978 20-cent coin can already bring interest, but if you own one that still shines with its original mint luster, sharp details, and no major blemishes, you may be holding a highly desirable piece. These coins often appear in coin fairs, auctions, and online marketplaces, where keen-eyed collectors are willing to pay impressive prices to secure pristine examples. So, what's the market saying today? The value of a 1978 Australian 20-cent coin depends heavily on its condition. In general circulation condition, it might fetch a few dollars, but in fine to extremely fine condition, the price can rise dramatically, often reaching $54,700 to $100,780 or more, depending on buyer demand and the sharpness of detail. In uncirculated or proof-like condition, some examples have even sold for several $100s in specialized auctions. What is driving this value surge? The answer lies in a combination of nostalgia, collectability, and increasing global interest in vintage Australian coins. As more collectors enter the market from around the world, demand for coins like the 1978 20-cent piece has grown exponentially. It's no longer just an Australian treasure, it's become a global collectible, admired for its design, heritage, and condition rarity. If you're hoping to find or invest in this beautiful coin, here are a few expert tips to keep in mind. Always inspect the coin under natural light to assess its surface condition. Look for scratches, discoloration, or signs of cleaning, which can affect its value. Original shine is everything, so never polish or clean your coin, as that can instantly reduce its worth. Store your coins in a dry, temperature-stable environment, preferably in acid-free holders or capsules to prevent tarnishing. It is also a great idea to keep track of recent sales on reputable coin auction sites and collector platforms. That way, you will know the current trends and prices. Remember, coins in certified condition from trusted grading services like PCGS or NGI tend to fetch higher prices, since authenticity and grade are guaranteed. The 1978 Australian 20-cent coin may seem like an ordinary piece of change, but in reality, it's a powerful link to Australia's rich history and craftsmanship. As collectors continue to rediscover the beauty and significance of coins from the 1970s, demand for fine condition examples is only going up. Whether you already own one or are just starting your coin collecting journey, this coin represents both history and opportunity. So next time you come across an old Australian 20-cent piece, take a closer look. That small coin might just be worth a lot more than you think. The market for vintage Australian coins is hot, the demand is strong, and the 1978 20-cent coin stands proudly among the most desirable of its era. Hold on to it, treasure it, and who knows, one day, it might be the shining centerpiece of your collection. Next up, coin number 5, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in Australian history, the 1966 Australian 20-cent coin. At first glance, it might look like an ordinary piece of change, but what if I told you that this simple coin could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's collector's market? Yes, you heard that right. This small piece of metal has turned into a big opportunity for collectors around the world. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why the 1966 20-cent coin is so special, what makes it rare, and how much it could be worth in today's booming coin market. Let's go back to 1966, a truly historic year for Australia. This was the year Australia officially switched from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to decimal currency. The 20-cent coin was introduced as part of this new monetary system, replacing the florin. It was the dawn of a new era for Australian currency, and the 20-cent coin was among the first to showcase this modern change. The coin was struck at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, as well as at the London and Perth mints to meet the massive demand for new decimal coins. That global production already makes it an intriguing piece of monetary history. But what's even more interesting is that not all 1966 20-cent coins were created equal, and that's where the real excitement begins. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin stand out. The 1966 20-cent coin features one of the most iconic designs in Australian coinage. On one side, we see the beautiful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machine. On the reverse side, there is a stunning image of a platypus swimming gracefully in rippling water, designed by Stuart Devlin, who was famous for his artistic touch on many Australian coins. The combination of elegant design, craftsmanship, and symbolism makes this coin not just currency but a true piece of art. The coin was made of copper and nickel, giving it both durability and a distinctive silvery shine. Over time, some of these coins developed subtle toning or minting varieties that make them even more attractive to collectors. Certain rare strikes, such as those produced at the London Mint with slightly different details, are especially sought after today. These differences are small, but in the collector world, even the tiniest variation can mean a big jump in value. When it comes to coin collecting, rarity and condition are everything. Although millions of 20-cent coins were minted in 1966, only a limited number survived in fine condition or better. Most were used in daily transactions, scratched, or worn down over time. But coins that were carefully stored, kept shiny, and preserved without circulation have now become incredibly valuable. Collectors are always on the hunt for coins in mint or near-mint condition, especially those with sharp details, full luster, and no visible wear. The 1966 20-cent coins from the London Mint are considered particularly rare because of their slight differences in the platypus design and the number spacing in the date. These coins can command impressive prices in the collector's market. And here's the exciting part. The demand for vintage Australian decimal coins has been steadily rising. More collectors, both in Australia and internationally, are realizing how special these first-year decimal coins are. That demand has pushed the value of fine-condition examples of the 1966 20-cent coin to new heights. So, how much is your 1966 Australian 20-cent coin worth today? Well, the market has been seeing incredible growth in recent years. A regular circulated coin might fetch just a few dollars, but that is not what we are talking about today. The real stars are the fine, uncirculated, or proof-like condition coins, and those are where the big money lies. In today's collector's market, depending on the mint mark and quality, a 1966 20-cent coin in fine to uncirculated condition can sell anywhere between $590,500 to over $1,004,000. Exceptional specimens with rare mint errors or those graded by professional services can even cross higher price ranges in auctions. Many recent sales online have surprised collectors, with prices climbing faster than expected, a clear sign that this coin's popularity is not slowing down anytime soon. Collectors see it as not only a nostalgic piece of Australian history, but also a smart investment, as early decimal coins continue to appreciate in value. So if you happen to have one in your drawer or coin jar, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. If you're thinking of collecting or investing in the 1966 20-cent coin, here are a few things to keep in mind. Always start by examining the coin's condition. Look for luster, clarity, and minimal wear. Even small scratches can lower the value, so handle your coins carefully and use gloves when possible. Secondly, check for mint marks or varieties, such as the London or Canberra mint differences. These can make a massive difference in price. It is also a smart move to have your coins professionally graded and encapsulated by a recognized grading service. This not only confirms authenticity but also protects the coin's value for resale. Lastly, keep an eye on coin auctions and online marketplaces because trends shift quickly. Sometimes, a rare coin can suddenly spike in demand, and those who are paying attention can make very profitable moves. More than just a piece of change, it's a symbol of Australia's currency revolution, a work of art, and a rising star in the world of numismatics. Its beauty, history, and increasing rarity have made it one of the most desirable coins among collectors today. Every year, more enthusiasts join the hunt for high-quality examples, and the values continue to climb. So if you ever come across one of these coins, especially in fine or uncirculated condition, hold on to it, because you could be holding a small fortune in your hand. The 1966 20-cent coin stands as a reminder that sometimes true treasure isn't hidden in the ground. It might just be sitting right in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Next up, coin number 6, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today's video is all about one of the most exciting and talked about coins in the Australian numismatic world, the 1972 Australian 20-cent coin. Believe it or not, this small piece of metal that once jingled in pockets across the country has now turned into a serious collector's treasure. The 1972 20-cent coin, especially in circulated condition with black rust or patina, is creating a huge buzz in today's collector market because of its rarity, history, and rising value. So if you have ever wondered whether those old coins in your drawer could be worth a small fortune, stay tuned, because this video might just make your day. The 1972 20-cent coin was minted by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra. It's part of Australia's decimal coinage system, which was introduced in 1966 when the country switched from pounds, shillings, and pence to dollars and cents. Now, what makes 1972 so special is that it was a year of extremely low mintage for the 20-cent denomination. In fact, only a little over 2.5 million coins were produced that year, a fraction compared to the tens of millions made in other years. That makes it one of the lowest mintage 20-cent coins in Australian history. Back in the day, it didn't seem like a big deal. People spent them without a second thought. But fast forward to today, and that scarcity has turned this humble coin into a sought-after piece of Australian currency history. The 1972 Australian 20-cent coin carries the classic design created by Stuart Devlin, the renowned goldsmith and artist behind many of Australia's iconic coin designs. On the obverse side, it features the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Arnold Machin, which was used during that era. On the reverse, you will find the magnificent platypus, one of Australia's most beloved and unique native creatures, gracefully swimming through the water. The detailing in this design captures both the beauty of Australian wildlife and the elegance of coin artistry. What truly excites collectors, however, are the small variations and the overall character of each coin. In circulated coins, some display a stunning dark patina or black rust tone, which gives them a vintage, aged look, adding even more charm and authenticity to their appearance. Every mark, tone, and texture tells a story from the past 5 decades, making each coin truly one of a kind. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin so highly desirable in today's market. The 1972 20-cent coin is considered rare because of its low production numbers, and the fact that many were lost, damaged, or melted over time. The few that remain, especially those still in good condition, are prized by serious collectors. Even circulated coins with visible wear are in strong demand, particularly if they maintain clear details of the Queen's portrait and the platypus design. Interestingly, some collectors actually prefer coins that show natural aging, such as black rust or deep toning, because it highlights the coin's journey through history. These naturally aged coins often stand out in auctions and are admired for their character. With each passing year, fewer and fewer of these coins are available in decent condition, and that scarcity only fuels the excitement and competition among collectors. Here's the part everyone wants to know: how much is the 1972 Australian 20-cent coin worth today? In the current collector and auction market, values are climbing steadily. Depending on condition, a circulated coin can sell anywhere from $2,500 to over $100,400, and coins in better grades or with unique toning can fetch even higher prices. Uncirculated or mint condition examples have been known to sell for several $100s to passionate collectors. The most exciting part is that values have been trending upward in recent years, as more people discover the rarity of this coin. Coin collecting communities, both in Australia and worldwide, have been buzzing with demand for this particular issue. It's not just a coin anymore, it's a piece of Australian history that's appreciating in value and significance with every passing year. If you're lucky enough to have a 1972 20-cent coin, treat it with care. Avoid harsh cleaning, as the original patina and surface marks can actually enhance its desirability. Store it in a protective holder or coin flip to prevent further damage. If you are looking to buy one, always verify authenticity and check for clear design details. Joining online collector forums or local coin clubs can be a great way to learn from others and keep up with market trends. Also, keep an eye on online auctions sometimes. Great deals appear when sellers underestimate the coin's true value. Remember, patience and knowledge are the collector's greatest tools. Every serious coin enthusiast wants this coin in their collection, and having one especially in attractive circulated condition adds tremendous prestige to your portfolio. So, as we wrap up, it's clear that the 1972 Australian 20-cent coin is far more than just an old piece of change. It's a symbol of a unique moment in Australia's coinage history, a rare gem that has stood the test of time and is now gaining recognition for its true worth. Whether you have one tucked away in an old coin jar or you are on the hunt for one in the marketplace, now is the perfect time to appreciate its growing value. Collectors all over the world are turning their attention to this coin, and demand continues to surge. Its rarity, beauty, and historical importance make it one of the most exciting pieces to collect today. So check your coin collections. Ask your family members, and who knows, you might just be holding a small fortune in your hands. Next up, coin number 7. We're diving into an incredible topic that's catching fire in the numismatic world, the Australia 20-cent coin from 1980. This isn't just any coin. This is a piece of Australian history that's now gaining massive attention in the collector's market. You'll be surprised to know how a simple 20-cent coin, sitting in someone's drawer for decades, could now be worth a significant amount of money in today's market. So, if you've ever come across an old 1980 Australian 20-cent coin, don't ignore it, because it might just be your hidden treasure. Stick around till the end as we reveal its exciting current market value, what makes it rare, and how collectors are paying big bucks for the right one. Let's go back to 1980. Australia's coinage system was already well established, but this was a fascinating era for minting. The 20-cent coin, first introduced in 1966 after Australia's switch to decimal currency, had become one of the most widely used coins in the country. The 1980 edition, however, holds a special place. It was struck by both the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra and, interestingly, by the Royal Mint in London, a collaboration that created small but important variations that would later drive collector excitement. The design, featuring the elegant platypus swimming through rippling water, represents the harmony of Australia's natural beauty and its evolving national identity. Even though millions were minted, only a fraction have survived in high-grade or fine condition. What sets the 1980 Australian 20-cent coin apart from other coins is its detail and distinctive variations. On the obverse side, you will find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, a design used throughout the 1970s and early 1980s. On the reverse, the famous platypus designed by Stuart Devlin, Australia's most celebrated coin designer, makes this coin instantly recognizable. But the real magic lies in the small differences that only sharp-eyed collectors notice: subtle die variations, mint marks, and the fine quality of the metal striking. Coins in fine or uncirculated condition are highly prized, especially those with minimal wear, strong luster, and clear details. In numismatic circles, these features are what turn an ordinary coin into a collectible masterpiece. Now, let's talk rarity. And this is where the 1980 20-cent coin truly shines. Although many were produced, only a limited number remain in fine or mint condition today. Over time, circulation coins get scratched, dulled, or damaged. That's why finding a 1980 coin with crisp details, clean edges, and a bright surface is like striking gold. Collector demand has surged in recent years, especially for coins graded by professional services or those that display unique die varieties. Some rare versions even have missed strikes or slight design differences, which makes them even more valuable. As global collectors turn their eyes toward Australian currency, the year 1980 20-cent coin stands out as a must-have. Its scarcity in high grades and its historical significance make it one of the most sought-after coins in the Australian decimal series. Now, here comes the most exciting part: the coin's value in today's market. Depending on condition, mint source, and rarity, the Australian 20-cent 1980 coin can command impressive prices. Coins in average circulated condition might start around a few dollars, but once you move into fine, very fine, or uncirculated grades, the value can soar dramatically. In auctions and collector marketplaces, fine condition coins are now being listed and sold for tens or even hundreds of dollars, and for those graded by professional grading companies, the price can go even higher. Special varieties, such as proof strikes or rare mint marks, have been known to attract bids in the upper hundreds. And with growing global interest in Australian numismatics, experts believe that the value of these coins will continue to rise steadily over the coming years. So, if you have one of these coins tucked away, you might be holding on to something truly special. For collectors, the key is knowledge and timing. Always inspect your coins carefully. Look for coins that have strong edges, no major scratches, and a full, clear design. Store them properly in acid-free holders to prevent further wear. If you suspect you have a high grade or rare variation, consider having it graded by a reputable service such as a certification can significantly boost your coin's value and buyer confidence. Also, keep an eye on auctions and online marketplaces. Trends in coin prices can shift quickly, and informed collectors are often the first to profit. And most importantly, be proud of collecting Australian coins. They represent a rich blend of culture, craftsmanship, and history. So there you have it. The incredible story of the Australian 20-cent coin from 1980. What started as everyday currency has now transformed into a collectible gem with serious market value. With its beautiful design, unique mint history, and growing rarity and fine condition, it's no wonder collectors are rushing to find and preserve these pieces. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your collection, this coin is a perfect example of how small details can hold big value. If you find one in your change or coin jar, don't overlook it. It could be worth much more than you think. If you enjoyed learning about this fascinating piece of Australian history, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because we will be exploring more rare and valuable coins that could be hiding right in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting and keep discovering treasures from the past that shine brighter every day.